welcome. This is Breaking the News, the show that breaks the week's news and asks four opinionated panellists to put it back together again. And I'm joined by four brilliant comics. On my right, we have Ahir Shah and Susie McCabe, and facing them are Elaine Malcolmson and Chris Thorburn. In the news this week, fire crews tackled an early morning blaze at BBC Scotland's headquarters in Glasgow. Black smoke filled the Glasgow sky from the roof of Pacific Quay, bringing panic and rumours that a new Director General had still not been chosen. Justice Secretary David Lammy has said 12 more prisoners have been accidentally released in the past 3 weeks. Lammy has since introduced new measures to crack down on accidental releases, a policy he's calling "Gonna shut the door." And the mayor of Pesaro in Italy has apologised to the family of Pavarotti after an ice rink was set up around his statue. But on the upside, it could be the last place in the world where a Christmas family activity is around a tenner. Right, you've met the teams. Let's crack on with round one. This is the Broken News round, where our teams have to guess two major stories of the week that have been mashed together into one single news headline. So, Ahir and Susie, can you tell me what this is all about?
Chancellor Rachel Reeves denied allegations
in Gaelic
she misled the public about the state of
St Andrew's Day. The Deputy First Minister, Kate Forbes, has called it an historic milestone,
calling for her to resign.
Well, I'll give you first go at this, Susie. What do you think our first story might be?
Did Rachel Reeves lead the public a merry dance on the scope of how bad the finances were?
That is the perfect answer, Susie. Yes, we talked about the budget last week, but this week, it's all about the fallout. Sir Keir Starmer has denied that Chancellor Rachel Reeves misled the public about the nation's finances ahead of the budget. Rachel Reeves has also been accused of exaggerating a chess prize she claims to have won as a teenager. The Chancellor firmly defended her chess credentials, recounting the time she snookered one opponent with a royal flush in injury time.
You remember it used to just be out in the steps, red case, let's see if I'm going to take a penny off a pint. But she had been rolling out her plans for weeks. It was like your mum, isn't it?
Aye.
Come the middle of October, she's like, and how big are they socks that you're wearing? You know what I mean? And what size of jumper is that you've got? Rachel Reeves delivered that budget like my mum with Christmas presents. Right, we all knew exactly what was coming, but to make it worse, when my mum hands you a Christmas present, she goes, "That's a jumper."
Susie's right, though. I think she was just using a tactic, wasn't she, of like lowering expectations. And it is a tactic that some parents use at this time of year. You know, when they start dropping into conversation, "Oh, I heard it's been a difficult year for Santa." You know? "Oh, the sleigh had to go through the MOT. Oh, the valve went in the boiler. Got a huge vet bill when one of the reindeer ate a chicken carcass out of the bin." That sort of thing. And then on Christmas morning, whatever Santa brings is a nice surprise.
Rachel Reeves has been accused of exaggerating a story or two. When have you exaggerated a story?
When I was the 1995 Snakes and Ladders champion of North Lanarkshire.
Well, I'm actually pretty disappointed with what I've just heard, because I was the 1995 Snakes and Ladders champion of North Lanarkshire.
You've come back to claim your title.
Exactly. I knew you'd be here. Yeah. No, I would also like to dwell on the fact that as lies go, like, it actually being the case that the public finances are a bit better than you said, like, that's quite a nice lie. Generally speaking, like, if a politician's going to lie to me, then telling me that we've got more money than we thought we did, that's a lovely, like, if a Rachel Reeves lie is like, there's actually a slight surplus, like a Boris Johnson lie was like, that child is not mine.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Rachel Reeves accused of maybe exaggerating a story or two. I don't know if this applies to you, Chris. When have you ever exaggerated a story?
Oh, I exaggerate without even meaning to. Like, you know how when you're growing up and you hear like words and you don't quite know what they mean yet, but you start using them anyway? Like, I remember being in school and I got into a fight with some bigger boys, and then like later on in the day, like, you know, I'm walking down the corridor, like a teacher sees me all roughed up and takes me aside, and it's like, Chris, are you okay? What happened to you? I said, well, do you promise not to tell anyone? And he's like, of course, of course. And he's like, I was in a gangbang. I tried to beat them off. There was too many of them. Please don't tell my mum.
Nigel Farage claimed Rachel Reeves had attempted to mislead the British public with her budget. Reeves had also been accused of overstating her under-14s junior chess title, to which Farage said, well, let's not worry about what people did at school. What do you think her second story might be, Chris?
Is it that Gaelic and Scots have now officially been recognised as languages?
That is indeed correct. Gaelic and Scots have now been recognised as official languages as part of a range of new measures coming into force on St Andrew's Day. Though since Charles stripped his titles, technically it's now just Andrew's Day. What do you think then here, Elaine? A big story this week. Is it about time this happened?
Yeah, I just assumed that it was an official language, but I guess, you know, you kind of have to understand that the issues around funding and support for languages can be tense, past, present, and future. Stop it. Often conditional, never perfect. There we go. That's me signing off for the rest of the year.
What about this? Obviously, we're talking about recognition of the Scots language. Chris, do you have a favourite Scottish word or Scots word?
I'm a big fan of stooshy. I love stooshy. Like, you know, like it makes a fight sound so cute, you know, like adorable, you know. Like, welcome to Stooshy Club. First rule of Stooshy Club is wheeshed about Stooshy Club.
Elaine, what's your favourite Scottish word?
Oh, Scots is great because it's got clipe, that's a good one. I like that. Dreek, that's a good one. Shugle, I like a good shugle.
Well... They are great. Just, no, but they do. They evoke
There's
something.
that, yeah. And Gaelic is like, it's such a beautiful language, and the description of colours are all associated with the colours of Scotland and what you see in the Highlands. And then it's like over 100 words for hill or mountain. I'll never get over that.
Susie, what about you, David? Do you have a favourite Scots word?
It's a word that you don't hear very often now, and it's stramash. And it's always just a great word, you know, in a penalty box at football. It's a bit of a stramash. And now you don't really hear it as much because you normally just hear penalty Rangers. So...
Well, I hear. Do you have a favourite Scottish word?
Yeah, I was actually talking to some of my friends at Stooshy Club about this, which means that I have actually broken the first and second rules of Stooshy Club, wheeshed about Stooshy Club. I think my favourite is Baltic, which I use all the time. And I don't know if you've ever been to that part of the world, but in Latvia, they actually say, wrap up, it's pure Scottish out there.
Kate Forbes has called the Scottish Language Act an historic milestone. The rare time a politician has called something historic without also describing it as deeply regrettable. And we got there in our native tongue. Well done to Elaine and Chris. You get 2 points for that. It was the mashup of the fallout of the budget and Gaelic and Scots being recognised as official languages. And well done at the end of that round. It is 2 points apiece. Now, much of our news is about public opinion, so to find out what stories people are talking about, we spoke to two friends of the show, writer and broadcaster Nicola Meehan and comedian Paul Foot. So, Elaine and Chris, what is Paul talking about here?
Put them up too late and people will say, oh, you're such a Scrooge, get in the festive spirit. Put them up too early and people will say, oh, you put them up too early, you've ruined November.
Is it the very important debate about when you should put up your Christmas tree?
That is the right answer, Elaine. Well done. Yes, it is the annual debate. When should you put your Christmas tree up? If you're following Christian tradition and putting your tree up on the first day of Advent, that fell on the 30th of November this year. But this is too early for some. Experts say as well the best way to decorate a tree is lights first, baubles second, unless you're in Cornwall where you have to start with jam. Chris Thorburn, the question goes to you. When is the right time to put up your tree?
I mean, I've been a firm believer that you wait until December to put your tree up. I've eased a bit. I'm like, right, at least wait until Halloween's out of the way. And then earlier this year, like in the middle of October, I saw somebody in my neighborhood putting Christmas lights up. And I was stood out their window, shaking my head, like they spot me outside. I'm like, take that down. Anyway, long story short, turns out it was a perfectly innocent family celebrating Diwali, and I'm a bigot.
I knew I recognised it.
Again, I'm sorry.
Well, there we go. Here's the debate. It continues, Susie. What do you think? When should you put the tree up?
So I'm in the street WhatsApp chat, right? They all started talking about the Christmas decorations and who gets the tree up first. And I went, oh no, I think you'll find there's a couple of homosexuals in this house. And we will not be beaten. Listen, yous have taken Eurovision office. The church has tried to take Christmas office, but no. If you want to see gay, we'll show you gay.
Elaine, do you have your own festive traditions?
You know, I like a traditional Christmas, like to keep it traditional. Every year I have a virgin birth.
Chris, what are your thoughts then? We're talking about all things Christmas. Do you have your own festive traditions?
I always like to go to the cinema and see It's a Wonderful Life on the big screen every December. My favourite part of that film, you know, it's Jimmy Stewart has wished that he'd never been born, and like they're showing him like what would have happened if he had never been born. He wasn't there to save his brother, so his brother died. Like the guy he used to work for became a sad old drunk. But then the worst part is when they find his wife and she has a job in a library. And he's devastated. He's like, oh no, she's an old maid. And it's like, she's 24. She's just wearing a hat. Calm down.
Ahir, what about you? Do you have any festive traditions?
Love a Christmas jumper. Love a Christmas jumper. My favourite Christmas jumper is one that my sister got me, which is a Die Hard themed one, because it's just a grey jumper that says, in what looks like blood, now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho, on it. And it's very fun. But often when I'm putting clothes on, I'm just like, oh, I need to go out. Like, let's just grab that. And I don't really think about what I'm wearing, which was relevant last December when my wife was like, you have to change. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, and she just went, you're going to the airport.
Which is Die Hard themed.
Yeah, you might have seen that the White House Christmas decorations were revealed by the First Lady this week. Tacky, draped in gold, and purely ornamental. Melania is the president's wife. Over to you now, Ahir and Susie. It's your turn. What do you think Nicola was talking about here?
I'm actually wondering if it's too late to move into their Perthshire neighbourhood now. And if the back of the bus isn't singing that Ultravox classic all the way and all the way back, they'll have missed a trick.
This is a village in Perthshire. It's got 100 people in it. And the village is called Dull. Dull, Perthshire. And Vienna, the tourist board of Vienna, has invited the entire population of Dull to come to Vienna in January, which is apparently the dullest month, as a sort of publicity stunt. And 35 of the 100 residents of Dull have said yes to the trip to Vienna, and the other 65 said, this means nothing to me.
This is one of the best stories of the year. I love it. This story is for real. I hear is correct. The Vienna Tourist Board has approached the entire village of Dull in Perthshire and offered them a free trip to Vienna to celebrate the sights of the city and prove that it isn't a dull place. What do you think about this then, Elaine? Is this a good way to promote Vienna?
I didn't actually know that Vienna needed promoted, but apparently in Vienna, 50% of tourists have disappeared since COVID. I think they should be spending the money trying to find them.
I hear you've been a visitor here for many years, so you might be well placed to answer this. How would you prove to tourists that Scotland isn't boring?
Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't think anyone thinks Scotland is boring, do they? We're recording this like right by the big Tennent's factory, and when I was walking here, you just sort of see it come around a corner, and it's the largest structure of any description I have ever seen in my life. Like, it looks like it was put there by NASA, and the entire thing's just full of beer. And you're like, these are not boring people.
Yes, right. It's like Willy Wonka if he was pished all the time.
It's quite handy having the graveyard next to it as well.
Well, Susie, what do you think about this then? Vienna doing its bit to prove it's not boring. But how would you prove to tourists that Scotland isn't boring?
I was in Edinburgh yesterday and I was bored. There's just never any level of mental that you get in the other cities. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you walk down the street in Dundee and you go, there's a hostage situation. Wonder how that happened, right? Or you're in Aberdeen and you're just like, why is everybody talking like a wizard, right? And then you come to Glasgow and you go, there's a guy with an oxygen mask in a wheelchair smoking a cigarette.
Chris, what about you? We're talking about promoting tourism in Vienna, but let's flip it. How would you prove to tourists that Scotland isn't boring?
I'd immediately take them to a ceilidh. I mean, like, come on, you go to a ceilidh, it's ballroom dancing, but it's also like a mosh pit, and it's also mixed martial arts. It's all one and the same. You know, you go to a Scottish wedding, you're going to leave with an atlas of bruises on you. You know?
Elaine, what do you think about this then? How would you prove to tourists that Scotland isn't boring?
I don't know. I think this mini break idea is good. I like to see that keep going and try it out elsewhere, not least to see where they send the people from Twat.
Dull already has an alliance, and I'm not making this up. Dull already has an alliance with Boring in Oregon, Bland in Australia, and John Swinney. Well, there we have it. A surprising offer to visit Vienna is the right answer. 2 points goes to Ahir and Susie. This is Breaking the News from BBC Scotland with me, Des Clark. Now, this round is all about who's in the news, so I will play you a clip of a mystery person. All you have to do is tell me who it is. So, Ahir and Susie, you are up first this time. Who is this?
The super rich in our country are very rich. If we taxed assets over 10 million, we would generate £24 billion a year. The magic money tree exists. It's in the city of London, and it's with the billionaires.
Possibly one of the most annoying and irritating voices you can hear is the bold Zara Sultana. She is your neighbour's daughter who is so right on that you're like, do you know what, I'm just going to put you in the recycling.
Well done, Susie. That is the right answer. Yes, it's been quite the week for your party. Co-founder Zara Sultana boycotted the first day of their founding conference after she made claims some members created a toxic environment and a witch hunt. The party have also confirmed they will indeed be called Your Party after using the name as a placeholder for months. This comes as Your Party also confirmed they would not be led by one single leader but by a collective leadership. Ahir, are you excited about this new political party?
I know that in advance of the conference, they were like, listen, The stereotype that everyone has about the far left is that there's going to be lots of infighting and that there's going to be lots of factionalism. And the thing is that, like, you can't live up to too many stereotypes, generally. I've found this, like, for instance, like, I love cricket and spicy food, but if I were also a GP, it'd be a bit much.
Yeah, you start to wonder if they're called Your Party because they were filling in the form to register as a party and it said, enter your party here.
Chris, what about you? If you're making your own political party, what would it be called and why?
I like the cleanness of your party, so I think I'd probably go with, like, my party. It's my party, and we're operating off one policy, and that's that I can cry if I want to.
Well done, good answer. Vote winner as well. Elaine, what about you? We're talking about your party as a name, but let's say you formed your own political party. What would it be called and why?
Woolworths. Everybody misses it. It had something for everyone.
Would you say that in terms of the policy platform, there's a particular ideology, or is it more of a pick and mix?
Yes, Zara Sultana, feuding with Jeremy Corbyn, boycotted day one of the party conference, complaining of a witch hunt, as in nobody knows which hunt's in charge. OK, now to you, Elaine and Chris. It's your turn. Who is this and why are they in the news?
I enjoyed doing the stage production. I would never rule out the idea of doing a panto for real.
Is it Kiefer Sutherland?
It is indeed Kiefer Sutherland, starring in a new film due out this week, all about panto. The film Tinseltown sees Sutherland play Bradley Mack, a failed Hollywood action star who takes on a role in a small English village's eccentric production of Cinderella. There were concerns that Americans wouldn't understand the traditions of panto, especially the first time somebody shouted, "She's behind you!" and Kiefer instinctively dropped to the ground and put 6 rounds into Widow Twankey. What do you think then, Elaine? Should Hollywood just stay away from panto?
No, I think there should be more crossover between Hollywood and panto, and it should work both ways. I'd want to see a counter-terrorist federal agent played by Christopher Biggins.
What do you think then about this? I hear, should Hollywood just stay away from panto?
I only know Kiefer Sutherland from 24. Yeah. So when I found out that he was doing pantomime, I assumed it just meant that he would be torturing Aladdin.
Susie, where do you stand in this? Should Hollywood just stay away from panto?
Yes. Yes, that's it. We've got enough problems of our own in this country without America coming over and taking over. And I quote, "I think I understand what panto is now, but I'm willing to learn more." Do you know what it's not, Kiefer? It's not Shakespeare. It's not Macbeth. It's literally guys dressed up as women. I mean, I'm sure there'll be protests, right? But... you can't come to the girl guides, but one will go and see 2 grown men with boobs, right?
Chris, what American tradition should we adopt?
Well, when we were away on holiday, my wife's favourite restaurant that we visited, no word of a lie, was this wonderful delicatessen called Hooters. But yeah, so the entire concept is just really friendly women with large chests serving fried food. We don't have that in Scotland. I'm taking the concept, I'm bringing it here.
I say this to you as a gay woman, Chris, please do not bring that idea over here. Okay. Because Scottish women would not suit the T-shirts. Went he in, Senga? Oh, no. Down the bra? No. It'd be like the worst Gregs in the world, wouldn't it?
It's a wee heat in it. Actor Kiefer Sutherland has revealed his obsession with Greggs sausage rolls whilst filming this movie in Yorkshire, even arranging for the bakery to deliver to him whilst on set. In other news, the actor Kiefer Sutherland has died of a massive heart attack. Well done. Kiefer Sutherland is the right answer, and 2 points go to Elaine and Chris. It's time now for our final quickfire round, which is all about deciphering the numbers in the news. I will read out a headline. All the teams have to do is fill in the blanks. So get ready, teams. When we run out of time, you'll hear this.
You and I need to take this off air.
That's our very own Phil Goodlad there, asking anybody for a square go. That's what we like to hear. Right, fingers on buzzers. Let's do this. 1 in 4 GPs are doing what? I hear.
Seeing patients?
One of the most ridiculous answers we've ever had in this show. How dare you? 1 in 4 GPs are doing what? Chris?
Saying, and cough during foreplay.
I'd love that to be the answer. 1 in 4 GPs are doing what? Susie?
Karaoke during the day on a Wednesday.
Any more for any more? 1 in 4 GPs are doing what? Elaine?
Okay.
1 in 4 GPs are doing what? I hear.
Are they, like, using AI to look up symptoms or something?
What a ridiculous answer. That is indeed the correct answer. Well done to Ahir Shah.
Is that what GPT stands for?
Points all round in this one.
You and I need to take this off air.
Oh, there's a klaxon. That means Phil has good-ladded. It's all over. And at the end of the quiz, our winners this week are Ahir Shah and Susie McCabe. And commiserations to Elaine Malcolmson and Chris Thorburn. And we'll leave you with the breaking news. Breaking news just in. Planning officials in the Borders are recommending proposals for Scotland's first centre parks be approved. The holiday village, set to feature newly created lochs and woodland, could cost up to £450 million, or a wee bit less if you go outside the school holidays. A Birmingham hotel is building a 25-foot Christmas tree out of 100,000 balloons. Its creator, balloon artist Naomi Spencer, will give a speech at the grand unveiling once she gets her breath back. And the first of 4 new Calmac ferries being built in Turkey has been delayed again. Other countries are now being considered to build the ferries instead, though investors were concerned about one bid from a Spanish company called El Shipyard de Ferguson. The news is broken. I've been Des Clark. Goodbye!
Hello, I'm Martin Guy.
And I'm Laura McCooper.
Join us for Radio Scotland Breakfast.
Get the important stories from across Scotland and beyond.
And the answers you need from the people who matter.
Join us weekdays from 6 a.m. for breakfast on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds.